What the hell am I doing? Ruining, hopefully, a sort of a funky groove by putting all those cockamamie fills in. Well, Vinnie Colaiuta used to do it all the time with Frank Zappa. You'd get a lovely little reggae-ish kind of thing, like... What was that from? Tinseltown Rebellion, I think. Vinnie Colaiuta, 1980. Okay. And what goes on is this kind of stuff that started to happen with people like Frank Zappa and all that. Stuart Copeland to a certain degree, but certainly not as far out as Zappa's time when he went reggae in the late 70s with Joe's Garage and a very young Vinnie Colaiuta doing some of the craziest things you've ever heard. It's all notes within notes. Now, before the break, I went essentially up to tens and all that. We hit a little bit of a wall here. We've got another divisible number here of 11. Now, a grouping of 11 is actually in the Black Page, Frank Zappa's Black Page drum solo towards the end. Now, when I had to play it all the time, I would play the notes, the actual dots and all that, of course. But if I was playing it inside, say, the Black Page 2, which had a certain amount of improvisation in it and all that sort of stuff, his Easy Teenage New York version, I believe, is how he introduced it at Zappa in New York. When I think in terms of 11, I used to play it as a subgrouping of 4, 4, and 3, and I would use a paradiddle, right, left, right, right, left, left, and then a right, left, left. So I go... So, like that. 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4. That kind of thing. And then I'd move it around the drums, right? So, that sort of stuff, so. There it is there, that's an 11, you see. Now, that's just something about subdivisions. And I want to move right up as far as I can go because you can do anything. It all depends on the tempo. Of course, when you're starting to do 20 inside a beat, of course you're going to need a slow tempo to fit all the notes in, you see. But one of the things that I found out from my friend Kyle Meltgard about a month ago is that with this fastest drummer in the world business, and Mike Mangini of Dream Theater having the title quite a few times, I found out from Kyle that his last little escapade where he raised the belt, you know, all that sort of stuff for the fastest drummer in the world and all that, to get to that nebulous 1,200 strokes in a minute or whatever, he used quintuplets in a 16th note format, okay? So he was going 1, E, and R, like that, but probably more like 1, E, and R, but putting quintuplets, 5s inside each one. So he'd be having, say, 5, 1, E, and R, 2, E, and R, 3, E, and R, 4, E, and R, 1, E, and R, 2, E, and R. But I'm playing far too high. Okay, for that sort of business. I'm not much of a rap for it, to be honest, but it exists and I'll explain it. Mangini and the like, you know, it's really small strokes, Gladstone technique, finger control, and just holding it. So there's a certain amount of skill you need for it, but... there's 20 inside a note. So what I'm getting at to finish this show off is that anything is possible, okay, with notes within notes. If you're thinking of, say, 12, I call them dozen uplets, but I think it's it's a dodecahedron, isn't it, in school? But it's a dodecuplets, okay. Now, to get 12, it's like a triplet, okay. You just do 4 inside every triplet. So you might have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So why not do paradiddles? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Something like that, and they're dozen uplets, 12 inside one beat, okay? Now you can get all sorts of things. Some of the kakamami ones, I better have a quick look. Oh, I've got a few minutes. Some of the kakamami ones are 15. How are you going to do 15 inside one beat, okay? Well, do the math, okay? What gets you to 15 just doing your times tables? 3 times 5, okay? Or 5 times 3. So you could go hippopotamus, 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 hippopotamus. Tripletize them. So it'd be hippopotamus, 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 hippopotamus. Something like that. Or you could do triplets, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like that, and you put quintuplets inside each one. So it'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and there you go, you see. So there's a kakamami one. You see, we do it all the time. The most basic one is 16. Okay, because we just know it as 1 again, a 2 again, a 3 again, a 4 again. But why not we just sort of go 1 again, a 2 again, a 3 again, a 4 again. Well, if we're doing that, what have we got there? We've got 30-second notes. It's straight up, you see. Something like that, you know, you can put it all in there. So on. You can put in double strokes, whatever you want. Anyway, I hope you're getting an idea of all of this sort of business, you see. When you're doing 17s and all of that sort of stuff. So let's do 18 because that's easy. That's 3 sextuplets. Okay, so let's try paradiddle diddle. Right, left, left, left. You see, so you can have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and something like that, you see. And 17 I was going to do. Well, you could have 3 4s, which is... Oh, actually, I'll tell you what. I'll do something a little bit zany. How about we do 2 5s and a 7? So it'll be... You see? So it'll be... like that. Subdivision within a subdivision. Something like that. I've got to finish. Okay. 1 minute left on the tape. So what goes on is I hope that even just by going 1 to 20, 20 being, say, 4 quintuplets, all of this sort of stuff, you can do whatever you want, okay? And you start to get an idea of how Dream Theatre do it. Mike Mangini does it. Vinnie Colaiuta does it. Everybody else does it. My name is Chris Quinlan. I hope you got something out of the Drumshow tonight. It's all about notes within notes. See you next episode.